and today I'm going to show you how to draw eyebrows in less than 10 minutes. This is my model Angie and we're going to use the Karen Betts brow guides. And the brow guides that I'm going to use, one's a low arch, one's a medium arch and one's a high arch. So each one of the brow guides are used differently on different face shapes. So today with Angie's face, we're going to analyse the face shape first before we choose one of the brow guides what we're going to use. Before we do that, I'll just explain to you about the guides. Each pack comes with 50 individual guides in there, so you can do 50 clients. And each pack contains either high, low or medium. So Angie, let's start and look at your face shape. Do you ever know what face shape you actually have?
I think I'm a square.
Yes, definitely. Angie's a square face shape. So you can see the temples and her jawline are exactly the same width. So what we want to do is give Angie a higher arch, so we're going to take the arch wider out and we want to lift her tails. We also want to bring her brows a little bit closer in, and that's an ideal brow shape for Angie's face. So depending on what face shape you have, depends on which brow guide you choose. For Angie's face, I'm going to choose the medium brow guide. So this is how the brow guides come, and you peel the brow guides off, then you place them onto your client. Before we do that, I'm going to actually analyse Angie's brow bone first before I put the brow guide on. Now, if you take a look on Angie's area with her brow bone, this side is a little bit further forward and this side is a little bit further back. Can you see that? I'll just move Angie. Yeah. So what would happen? This brow would look like it's more forward than the other brow because of the curvature in the brow area. So that will mean that the brow can look slightly larger than what the right hand side looks. So take this into consideration when you're drawing. Before I use the brow guide, I will stand in front of Angie and I will draw a centre line down the centre of Angie's face. The brow guides have got 0 in the centre of them. That 0 will then line up with the centre line I place on Angie's face. So now I'm going to come round to the front, just like you draw your clients at home. I'm going to come round to the front and draw the centre line on before placing the brow guide on. So just wipe over the brow area. And then we will do a centre line, centre of Angie's face. We will then use the medium guide and peel off from the strip a medium brow guide. And where the 0 is, we're going to place a 0 at the centre point. And you can see where there's a darker line. A darker line will sit on the top of Angie's brows. However, Angie had her eyebrows tattooed, so it's very easy to see where the top area of her brows are. If somebody's not got any brows there, it's up to you to use your own judgment and see where you think the top of the brows should be. The brow guide is just placed on and then just gently wiped across. You can see where that dark line is placed directly at the top of Angie's brows that have been previously tattooed. The arch is in similar places and where the tails are, they're in similar places. If this brow guide didn't fit Angie or we thought it wasn't the right shape for her face shape, you can try the alternative by trying the low guides or the high arch guides. Now what we're going to do is draw from the arch to the tail, and we're going to draw really fine, tiny hair strokes. I'm going to use a light brown pencil and a dark black pencil just to draw the hair strokes in there. One of the things you will notice about the brow guides is that there's only a top area where you can be guided to. This is because we want you to use your own freedom designing the thickness for your own clients' face shapes. We don't want it to be a stencil. We want so that you can actually use your own creativity and then start doing the strokes or doing the design underneath. And this is why we only call them a guide. They're not a stencil for you to place on your client and do the same eyebrow shape on every client. It's a guide, so it just helps you draw brows quicker. When I first start drawing brows, I'm going to work from the arch to the tail. I'm going to work inwards. The reason why I do this is because I'm looking at a shape. I'm not looking at an eyebrow. If I start from the front and start drawing my brow, I tend to get more curved brows. If I start from the outside and draw in, I can concentrate and I can analyse either side to make sure either side's perfect. When you first start drawing, keep your arm close to your body. You can even rest your arm on your client's shoulder. Draw a few strokes, very lightly. Then I'm going to work from the other side, from the arch to the tail again. Notice I've got my hand close across to my body. Just drawing a few strokes. If you want the tail thicker, this gives you the opportunity to make your tails thicker. I'm now going to draw from the arch of the bulb, but I'm only going to do half the way down, so I'm going to go from the arch to this measurement. I'm going to continue on to the bulb area. We take a look at the bulb area. These are the measurements where the bulb should finish. But what we said is that we want to have the bulbs a little bit closer for Angie's face shape. So we're going to bring the bulbs in to the 1 centimetre measurement. And on the left brow, I'm coming from the top downwards, and on the right brow, I'm coming from the bottom upwards. So both brows have got the same curvature. Another little tip, if you notice there, I actually worked from the top downwards when I drew the bulb area. and I worked from the base upwards when I drew the bulb area. If I actually worked from the bottom upwards, I would be more curved, and if I worked from the bottom upwards, I'd be straighter. So if you can imagine, I'm working on Angie's brows from the base upwards, I'm more curved, and on Angie's right brow at the bulb, I'm straighter. That is one reason why we often get our brows completely different at the front. And the little tip is that if you start on your left brow, that's for everybody who's right-handed. If you're left-handed, do the opposite. So if you start on the left brow, do the bulb coming from the top, coming down, and on the right side from the bottom coming up. That way you will get your bulbs more symmetrical. So I aim to get 80% of my brows on with the brow guides, just taking me maximum of about 4 or 5 minutes, and then the next 10% I take the brow guides off. I use some camouflage cream to remove any areas which I don't want, and then I will do my final little adjustments before I show Angie. So now I'm ready to take the brow guide off. I will use a darker pencil, add a few darker strokes through the brows. This is a camouflage cream, very similar colour to Angie's own skin tones, and I only use a small amount. Place underneath the brow and then blend. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to ask Angie to take a look at her eyebrows. I'm not aiming for 100% perfection. I want Angie to work with me. So rather than me taking another 10 to 15 minutes trying to get them absolutely perfect, I work with Angie. She'll tell me if there's something different. She'll tell me what she sees. This then cuts down the time. I will say to Angie, take a look at your eyebrows, Angie. Tell me what you like and what you don't like. A little secret or a little big tip is you can see the size of my mirror. I try to get quite a small mirror to show my clients. Rather than a big mirror and then she's looking at herself and everything else in the mirror, I try to give her just the smallest mirror I can so she can only really see her eyebrows. Just take a look, Angie. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like about your eyebrows.
Yeah, they look fantastic. Is there a bit more point though on the arch on that side?
Okay, so tell me what you can see. What are you seeing about? What's the difference? I'm questioning my client. What is the difference with the point? What are you seeing there different to what you're seeing on that side?
I think is that side a little bit flatter, and I think there's more point on that side.
Okay, so now what my client's done is she's told me what she can actually see. So straight away, I'm going to have a look and then I'm going to add a tiny little bit more on this side. I'm not even looking at the other side yet, but I'm going to say to Angie, is that better? Have a look, Angie.
Yeah, I think that's a lot better, yeah.
So now I've shared the brow guides with you. I'm going to come to the front and I'm going to see if Angie's eyebrows are perfect to tattoo. So up to now, I've probably spent only 6 minutes drawing Angie's eyebrows. They may not be perfect, but I'm going to come around to the front and just check, see where I need to add some more tweaks. Now Angie's happy with this shape, but I'm going to come around to the front and check straight on whether I'm happy with the shape. On Angie's face, because she's got a square face, I don't want to get the bulb area to be square. I'll need to have a little bit of curve, because otherwise, if it's square, it's not flattering for this face shape. Right, Angie, just take a last final look.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
Fantastic, thank you.
And so when your client says, I love them, they're fantastic, that's when we will now tattoo. So basically I've shown you how to do eyebrows in less than 10 minutes. It's probably taken us 6 minutes, would you say, Angie?
Yeah.
6 minutes to draw the eyebrows on. So let's say that it's going to take you a lot less time. The brow guides are a great guide. They're not a template, they're not a stencil, they're a guide just to help you with the top area where to place those brows, and then you can actually use your own creativity drawing the brows as well, how thick or how thin you actually want the brows.